What is going on, YouTube? This is your boy Kash, the coach of the New York Nidokings, bringing you the fifth and final battle of Week 2 for the Worldwide Champions League. This one taking place between both co-commissioners of the league, the Brooklyn Scizors, coached by CB, taking on yours truly, the coach of the New York Nidokings. A reminder for those at home, Pokemon that we each have for the Brooklyn Scizors: Iron Valiant, Azelf, Gudra, Overquill, Donphan, Masquerain, Typhlosion, Hisuian Electrode, Lucario, Gyarados, Zangoose, and Houndstone. For the New York Nidokings, we have Landorus, Garganacl, Dondozo, Gardevoir, Dragalge, Brambleghast, Primeape, Pyroar, Alolan Muck, Corviknight, Electros, and Kamala. As you guys remember, I made those 3 drops during before the beginning of Week 2, so we have 3 new Pokemon. After careful consideration, what we have for this battle is Hisuian Electrode, Iron Valiant, Azelf, Overquill, Gudra, and Donphan for the Brooklyn Scizors, Landorus, Corviknight, Alolan Muck, Electros, Dondozo, and Garganacl for the New York Nidokings. As always, my opponents have a speed advantage over me. I do have an HP and physical defense advantage. Opponents again have a special attack advantage over me. Let's see how all that takes into play. The final battle for Week 2, the Brooklyn Scizors taking on the New York Nidokings. Alright, so got Azelf coming in. We got Woman Moment, the Electros. There's a U-turn from the Azelf, doing a little, almost close to quarter health. Here is Donphan. Here is a Volt Switch, doesn't affect the Donphan, obviously ground typing. Goes for the knockoff, removes the expert belt, doing 30% damage. We go ahead and go for the Giga Drain, doing over 50% health at 64 right there. Does recall, goes out to Gudra. Go for the Giga Drain again. Sap Sipper activating, raising its physical attack stat. Goes for the Flamethrower. Electros does not care. Go for the Volt Switch. Gudra does not care. Electros being recalled. Out comes out Rip Bozo, the Dondozo. Gudra recovering in HP with his leftovers. Goes for a Thunderbolt, doing 34% damage to Dondozo. Now those are retaliating with Ice Fang, doing 38% damage. Gudra and Dondozo recovering with their leftovers. Gudra again going for the Thunderbolt. Does get the yellow color. Go again for the Ice Fang. Gudra is able to avoid the attack. Both Pokemon again recovering with their leftovers. Goes again for the Thunderbolt. 34% to Dondozo. Dozo going for a nice rest. Recovering his HP and removing the yellow color. Alright, swaps out, goes into Overquill, intimidating Dondozo. Dondozo doesn't care, we swap out, go into Garganachi, the Garganacl. And Overquill's like, nah, we don't want that. Swaps right back out into Donphan. Go for the Stealth Rocks. Swap out into Corviknight, applying its pressure. Jason, the Corviknight. Donphan goes for the knockoff, gets hit by the Rocky Helmet, and then gets rid of the Rocky Helmet. Corviknight going for the Brave Bird, eliminating Donphan from play, keeping the rocks up. We are 5-6, Corviknight taking the recoil damage from that. Here is Hisuian Electrode taking no damage. Alright, heavy duty boots. Goes for the Volt Switch. It's 40% to Corviknight. Out comes Overquill. Gets hit by the rocks. Intimidates the Corviknight. Corviknight is intimidated as he decides to U-turn into Landorus. Overquill restoring the HP with its Black Sludge. And swaps out, and in comes in Goodra. Dad, the Landorus, accepts a substitute, thereby eliminating a quarter of its health. Goodra recovering HP with its leftovers. Go for the Earth Power, does 40% damage. There is the Ice Beam from Goodra, eliminating the substitute. Covering 8 HP, which is leftovers. Lando goes out. In comes back the Electros. Goes for the Life Tube, restoring the HP. And getting the recovery again from the leftovers. Goes for the Life Tube again, pretty much now at more or less full health. Full switch from the Electros. Will be leaving. And in his place is Garganachi, the Garganackle again. There is the leftover recovery. Goodra leaves it, out comes back Overquill, intimidating Garganachi. Going for the Salt Cure, 10% of his health, and he's being Salt Cured. Tries to recover with Black Sludge, Salt Cure then activates. Back to the Electros. Here's one layer of spikes from the Overquill. Then again, there's a Black Sludge recovery, but then there's the Salt Cure activating. Overquill goes for the Destiny Bond. Electros with the Thunderbolt, which will be enough. Overquill does go down to 4-6, but at the same time, it's taking Electros with it. So 4-5. Soon Electro comes right back out. Glooper, the Alolan Muck, comes out, taking the damage from the spikes. There is a Volt Switch from Electrode, swapping out, and in comes in Goodra, takes the damage from the rocks. Muck going for the knockoff, doing over 50% health and Poison Touch activating, getting rid of Goodra's leftovers at the same time. Does take damage from Poison. Goes for the Flamethrower. Muck able to eat that. Goes for the Ice Punch, which will be enough. Glooper is able to kill Goodra. We're at a 3-5 situation at the moment. Out comes in Iron Valiant, booster energy activating, raising its speed. Alright. Glooper withdraws. Jason, the Corviknight comes back, exerting its pressure. Goes for a close combat, doing 33% its health while dropping its defenses. Jason, the Corviknight goes down. We're at a 3-4. Garganachi, the Garganackle, comes right back out. Gets hurt by the spikes. Able to eat a close combat, but while doing over 50% health. Its defenses drops again. There's a Salt Cure on the Iron Valiant, taking damage from Salt Cure. Garganachi goes for the Protect. Iron Valiant going for the close combat yet again. Garganachi recovers with leftovers. Iron Valiant taking damage from the Salt Cure. Out comes the return of Dondozo. Rip Bozo. Here's the close combat. Does 35% of his health. Valiant's defenses are going lower and lower. Takes more damage from the Soul Cure. Swaps out the Iron Valiant. In comes back Hisuian Electrode. Dondozo is still taking a nap. Just to get the recovery off the leftovers. Electro going for the Thunderbolt is able to do 43% of Dondozo's health. There's the leftover recovery on Dondozo. Goes for a Thunderbolt. Again, Dondozo never able to wake up. Rip Bozo indeed. Dondozo goes down. Tied up 3-3 at the moment. Here comes Dad the Landorus. Ecto-terrestrializing into the Ice type. Landorus terrestrializing into the Flying type. There's a Terra Blast, which is enough. Landorus goes down. 3-2. Here comes the return of Garganachi. Takes damage from the Spike. Go for the Protect. Electro going for the Energy Ball. This point, I think we revealed all of Electro's moveset. Goes for the Energy Ball again, which will be enough. Garganachi the Garganackle goes down. 3-1. Here comes Alolan Muck. Takes the damage from the Spike. Gets hit by a Thunderbolt. Muck able to take the hit. Go for the Poison Jab. Does over or close to pretty much 50% health. There's another Thunderbolt again from Electrode. Goes for the knockoff. It was a crit. Not sure if the crit mattered, but for its work, there's a static. Knocking off the heavy duty boots. Electrode goes down. 2-1. Here's Iron Valiant. Goes for the close combat. Gets his defense drops, which will be enough. Alolan Muck does go down. It is a 2-0 victory for the Brooklyn Scizors. GG's CB. I did make some minor mistakes. Feel like I did at least a little bit better than last week. There was some things I did want to properly calc, but I didn't. The timer was on, so I was pressed for time, so it is what it is. But with that, that is all the battles for the week. Make sure to tune in on Sunday for when we do drop the recap for week 2. As always, this is Kash Howard, the coach of the New York Nidokings. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure you know when the next videos do go out. Have a good night, guys. Bye.